What is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantom, and we've got a little bit of a late episode tonight, a little bit of a late video. I typically don't record this late, but some information came my way earlier today that I really wanted to get out to you guys because I think it's super important, and I wanted you guys to have that information so you knew how to kind of respond accordingly, because it is going to impact things as far as Shining Fates goes, or at least has the opportunity to impact things. So there's two things that I want to cover. I know in my last video I talked about doing a PSA return opening this weekend. We're still going to do that. I do have our PSA graded cards back in. I haven't opened them yet. I do want to see what we got, and I want to do it, so everybody can see what we got, because there's a lot of cool cards that we sent off. So you get a bonus Danny video this weekend, basically, is what I'm saying. But I do want to talk about Shining Fates because this is a week away. Like, we're coming out next week Friday. The release date of it is February 19th, 2021. So that is next week Friday. We're supposed to be getting Pikachu boxes. We're supposed to be getting mini tins. We're supposed to be getting the bigger tins. We're supposed to be getting the ETBs, which are already selling for $150 a piece. That's right, MSRP on these ETBs is about $49.99, and they are selling for 3 times that amount. An ETB that has 10 packs and a promo card. The market right now is obviously insane, which we've talked about several times in the past. But unfortunately, that's the market that we're in right now, where demand is just skyrocketed through the roof and supply is so low. So what is going on? I talked to distributors a little bit earlier today, and I only talked to a couple of them because I don't have contacts at every single distributor that's throughout North America, but the couple that I talked to did not have their Shining Fates product in yet. They had very, very little. They had like the Pikachu V boxes and a partial order of Elite Trainer boxes. They did not have all of their Elite Trainer boxes. They did not have their bigger tins. They did not have their mini tins. They didn't have any of those yet, and they had already gotten their deliveries for today. Now, is this a big deal? Yes. The reason it's a big deal is because they are typically already shipping pre-orders to card shops, to vendors, to online retailers like the Coliseum, for example. So our product hasn't even shipped yet. And typically we are looking at getting our product as early as tomorrow in many sets, where we get our product about a week earlier, so that way we have the opportunity to pack up pre-orders and get them out, so that way they ship out on release day or a couple days before release day, so they arrive in your hands on release day. But since these haven't even shipped out yet, this means that there could have the potential of delays coming to a lot of areas. Now, I can't speak for everybody out there. I can't speak for every game store, because there's a lot of different distributors that you have the opportunity to work with, but I can talk about the couple that I partner up with, and I know for a fact that they have not been able to ship out orders because they don't have the product in yet. Now, why is this happening? Unfortunately, they don't know. There's no idea behind why it's happening. So there has been a lot of weather issues, which we've talked about in a couple episodes or a couple videos earlier this week. Weather issues have definitely been playing a factor. There have been, ice storms and freezing rain and things like that. A lot of snow that has gone on throughout North America, and I know delays are very common in other markets, but it's not something that North America has really had to deal with. I've heard some stories of countries like Australia who are looking at Shining Fates having a release day of the beginning of March. I've heard some companies in the EU market who have talked about the Shining Fates being released a couple weeks later than what it was supposed to be released. Unfortunately, here, a lot of distribution companies should have already shipped their products to game stores, should have already shipped their products out to online retailers, or at least are getting these shipments prepared so that way they arrive early next week. The fact that they don't even have all the product in their warehouse yet means that there is going to be delays on some of this product, and that could be very, very impactful for you as a consumer, because if you're somebody who pre-ordered something from a local game store or pre-ordered something from an online company like GameStop, it might put a delay in your order where you don't get to go in there on release day and pick up your order, or you might not be able to get your product right away on release day. And I'm letting you know this now, so that way you're not freaking out about allocations being hit and changed all of a sudden. I do think that these products are coming. There's just a bit of delay on them right now, and it could be one of several reasons. It could be weather related, or it could be just the fact that maybe printers didn't get all the product out there right away and get it sent off to Pokemon, because there's so many hands that go through all this product prior to it getting in your hands as a consumer. First, basically the way that it all works is Pokemon sends out an email or sends out a contact to distributors and says, hey, this is the product that we have coming out. We need your orders in by this day. And then distributors send out an email blast or a phone call to many of their contacts, many of their customers, and say, okay, this is what is coming out. This is what we need to know. This is the day that we need to know it by. And all of the online companies, all the vendors, all the local game stores, we get our orders in, we get our pre-orders in, and we say this is what we want. Then our distributors take that information and give it it to Pokemon so they can place their order. Pokemon takes that to the printers, and the printers say, okay, this is what we can promise you to have by this day. Then Pokemon starts handing out allocations to distributors, who then hand out allocations to game stores, and that's kind of what the cycle looks like. There's a lot of different moving parts in all of this. So if the printers were saying, hey, we can get you this much product by this day, and Pokemon was like, okay, excellent, and they allocated all these numbers to distributors, and the printers weren't able to meet those numbers right away, and they're kind of working overtime right now to catch up, that's one possibility. The other theory, like I said, could be weather related. Maybe things just went out a couple days late, and we'll have everything out early next week. Then there might only be a day or two delay when it comes to getting this product out. But the reason that this is important is because if you're somebody who's looking at going out on Friday, on release day, and you're looking for these products, you're looking for Elite Trainer boxes, or you're looking for tins, and you're not finding anything, and you think everything's been cleared out already, it's very possible that you could go to Walmart or Target, and the MJ Holdings or Excel or whoever stocks those big box stores may not have even gotten their shipment in yet. So don't get frustrated and don't get upset right out of the gate that everything's been bought out, because it's very possible that there's some delays going on right now, and that might be why that product isn't available. Now, this isn't impacting every single part of the country. There's some stores I've seen that already have Shining Fates product. There's some distributors that did get at least some product in that they were able to get out to storefronts. So this isn't impacted everywhere, but it is a huge portion of a lot of orders that are out there. So bottom line is, if you don't see your product right away on release date, don't freak out. It will come. It just seems like there is a little bit of a delay right at the top that is kind of stemming down to everybody else. So that's one thing that I wanted to talk to you about. The second thing that I want to talk to you about is this information right up here. So if you look at the back of the tin on this, there's a little red circle that goes around that says 5 booster packs. 5 Pokemon TCG Shining Fates booster packs. And the reason that this is important is because these tins advertised that there were going to be 6 Shining Fates booster packs. So I do want to give a shout out to somebody in my Discord. If you're not a member of our Discord currently, definitely feel free to join. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. I haven't done that for a while, so definitely come in there. It's a great place to hang out. But I do want to leave a huge shout out to somebody in my Discord. He goes by Gunmetal Charizard on Instagram, so definitely go check him out, give him a follow. But he passed this information along to me. He sent me this picture of the tin that I showed you right up here that shows that there's only 5 booster packs in these tins. And the reason that's a big deal is because if we look over here, this is just GameStop's website. These tins, which retailed for $30, that a lot of people pre-ordered, has been advertising 6 Pokemon TCG Shining Fates booster packs. So if you're somebody who ordered these, from GameStop or a local game store, don't be surprised when you open them up and there's only 5 packs inside. As you can see on the back of the tin, which we showed you, there are only 5. Now, this could have been a printing error, but Gunmetal Charizard actually had this opened already and confirmed that there were only 5 packs inside. So it's not a printing error at all. This information was delivered wrong from Pokemon to distributors. There was some kind of miscommunication that went in there, and this could play a major deal because a lot of people who pre-ordered these are expecting 6 booster packs. This went from looking like the best product to get for your money because you were getting 6 booster packs plus an automatic Shiny V full art, and now you are only getting 5 booster packs and a Shiny V full art for that $30 price tag if you bought it at MSRP. So don't freak out when you open this up and you see that there's only 5 booster packs inside, because that's all that's supposed to be in there. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if there's any communication that's going to go out. I did pass this information along to the couple distributors that I work with as well, so that way they could bring it to Pokemon's attention. But this is something that unfortunately was just miscommunicated from Pokemon to distributors, and then from distributors to retailers, because it just wasn't advertised correctly. But it looks like there's only 5 booster packs in these tins rather than these 6 that was originally communicated and advertised on a lot of these sites. So take that information with a grain of salt for this, because it looks like I don't want anybody to go out there and be disappointed in what they're getting or think they're getting ripped off or anything like that. And it's important to know, what you're getting, what you put your money in for. So that's the information that I wanted to put out there. Again, huge shout out to Gunmetal Charizard on Instagram. Definitely go give him a follow. I really appreciate getting that information out there so that way I could share it with you guys, because I do think it is important. You're spending, $30. You're spending your money on a lot of these tins, and a lot of people bought a good number of these tins expecting a certain amount of packs, and it looks like there's going to be 5 instead of 6. So it's rather unfortunate that that's going to happen, but I guess it is what it is right now. We'll see what happens in the future if Pokemon kind of addresses it and what they decide to do, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, just to kind of recap everything real quick, because there was a lot that we went over. It looks like there is a possibility that there could be some delays when it comes to Shining Fates. I know some companies have already got it. I know some distributors have already got it, but there also seems to be some delays, at least when it comes to a good chunk of Elite Trainer boxes, as well as these bigger tins and the mini tins, and then that could play a factor in release day delivery or release day opening, especially if you're in an area that's, I mean, depending on how often they stock or when they stock, you could see a delay on opening day when you go to a big box store or when you go to an LGS. They may not have it available right away. And the second thing, it looks like these bigger tins that are supposed to be having 6 packs, which was originally communicated, looks like they're only going to be having 5, which is printed directly on the packaging and then verified by Gunmetal Charizard on Instagram to only have 5 booster packs inside. So guys, there's the information for you. I wanted to get that into your hands. Thank you so much for coming and checking out my late night video tonight. If you like the information, I would really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a thumbs up, drop a comment. I love reading the comments. It means the world to me. All of your support is phenomenal. I still can't believe you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Until next time, until our PSA return, which we'll be recording very, very soon, I will see you guys later. Peace.